In LA this week, more than 1,300 formerly incarcerated receiving a path to jobs thanks to a $9 million collaboration between the city and Caltrans. The story next.
The city's innovative computer giveaway program is growing by leaps and bounds, so much that they're reaching out to corporate sponsors to do their good deeds. I'm Gil Reyes with a story next from Pacoima.
I'm Anna Marcos. Find out how parking enforcement's new smart release boot will help you pay off your parking tickets with just a little elbow grease. That's coming up.
Hello and welcome to LA This Week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yana Kay. Finding a job after you've been in prison is a challenge for many ex-cons. Many times they fall back into a life of crime and back behind bars because employers won't hire them. But as Gil Reyes reports, the city is doing its part to help provide second chances.
Thanks to the city and Caltrans, these ex-cons are staying productive by sprucing up our streets. Collecting more than 123,000 bags of trash, leaves, and other debris since the program launched last fall. They're also picking up the pieces of their lives. It's really helped you a lot.
It did. It helped me transition back into society, and I was able to end the gap in my work history and able to apply for other jobs.
Cesar Gonzalez is among the 1,300 former felons either helped or will be helped by the new Roads to Second Chances program. This $12 an hour gig is just the start. The next step is job placement to higher paying careers. Helping out are Mayor Eric Garcetti's Office of Reentry and nonprofits like Chrysalis.
When you ask people who have served time what their biggest hurdle is after prison, they're very clear. It's getting a job. And because the recidivism rate in California is 65%. But if you're paired with a job, when you get out, that drops to just 3%.
Crime in the city of Los Angeles has increased in recent years, and a lot of people put the blame on recent state laws that released much of the state's prison population to prevent overcrowding behind bars. The problem is many of those inmates were released without adequate jobs or services. This Caltrans program aims to solve that problem.
We have parolees up and down the state, and more programs like this will make California, will make the city of Los Angeles much safer as these men and women come back to our communities. They want to be productive.
And if they can't?
Sometimes your only choice is to do what you know how to do and then commit crimes to get money.
And you've seen it happen with people that you've known.
Yeah, that usually happens a lot, and that's what they say. If I can't get a job, then most likely I'm going to go back to selling drugs or committing crimes.
We're happy to report that Gonzalez, who spent 8 years in prison, has moved on to a full-time construction job since Caltrans, enough to support his family.
People that used to fall through the cracks are now not falling through the cracks. And you all are being able to participate not only as workers for Caltrans, but as citizens and participants in our communities.
A clean slate and clean streets through second chances. I'm Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
Cost of the program is $9 million. The mayor's office is also making it easier for former felons to attain jobs within the city family to replace a growing number of retirees. Well, Metro officials are working on another work development program. This one takes a panoramic approach to the future. The Wynn LA program will bring jobs and a whole new socioeconomic outlook to many LA communities. And Marcos has more.
Imagine getting your pick of 778,000 new jobs. That's what awaits Angelenos over the next 40 years as Measure M starts funding transportation projects all over LA County.
And this brings together two of my favorite things, transportation and jobs.
We're going to start with operations, maintenance, which includes bus mechanics, engineering, administrative positions.
City leaders want to make the most of the job bonanza as they sign a pledge to fund a new Workforce Initiative Now, or Wynn LA program. The ambitious plan will not only provide jobs, recruiting, and training, but some transit-driven education for disadvantaged communities and the younger kids as well.
Part of this vision is to establish a state-of-the-art vocational and college preparation 6 to 12 grade boarding school. The 6 to 12 grade boarding school is really the entry into the industry.
Over the next 3 years, almost 40% of Metro's workforce will be eligible for retirement, with almost 70% of those workers over the age of 40. So this program will ensure a healthy workforce for years to come.
You have heard that our baby boomers are retiring, our need for a workforce to replace them.
Metro and city leaders aren't content just to sign their own pledges. They encouraged their transportation partners, building contractors, design firms, colleges, and more to take the Wynn LA pledge and help train and hire the future Metro workforce. So brush up on those construction and engineering skills. More than 300 different careers and hundreds of thousands of jobs await. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
Voters approved Measure M last year with a half-cent sales tax to fund LA County transportation projects. Well, speaking of transportation projects, can LA Metro go totally gas-free? Well, as Gil Reyes reports, that's the goal in Metro's ambitious plan to cut pollution.
Natural gas is in the past, electric buses here to last.
Southern California's largest transit agency shoots for something unprecedented for a fleet its size: zero gas emissions by the year 2030.
It's really important for us to do this as the federal government is rolling back environmental regulations, as we're backing out of the Paris Accords. California has been leading, Los Angeles has been leading, and LA Metro is going to be leading.
LA City Councilman Mike Bonin and Mayor Eric Garcetti are among the Metro board members unanimously supporting this plan. Yes, agencies like LA City's Dash service have a few electric buses, but no major transit agency in the country has zero emissions for every one of its vehicles, at least not yet.
And another major step towards that goal, Metro officials approving close to $140 million to purchase close to 100 all-electric buses. Now, these buses would serve the Orange Line in the San Fernando Valley and also the Silver Line along the Harbor and San Bernardino freeways.
The eventual goal, to buy 2,300 gas-free buses, buses running on either electricity or other zero-emission technology like hydrogen. Metro board members say health and jobs are at stake.
And I represent a lot of communities who are suffering because of asthma, because they live near the ports of Long Beach and Los Angeles, and don't deserve to compromise their health so that we can also move goods and transportation.
So when we make investments in a future, in energy efficient buses, electric buses, what does that do? It creates jobs. It creates a stimulus program. We don't have to wait for Washington, D.C. to take action. We can begin doing it here.
But can we afford it? One electric bus costs $200,000 more than Metro's current ones running on compressed natural gas.
So the upfront cost might be higher, but over the long run, you're going to save between $170,000 to $250,000 per bus. So as we're thinking about Metro's long-term health, electric buses are really the way to go.
Saving fuel costs and possibly lives through cleaner air. In downtown LA, I'm Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
And though electric buses don't travel as far as gas-powered buses, that could change with battery storage and other technology constantly improving. Well, getting the boot has never looked so good for LA drivers. Anna Marcos takes a look at a pilot program that highlights the new Smart Boot system. But it does take a little work on your part.
Scofflaws, motorists with 5 or more parking tickets, get ready. The city has come up with a whole new way of giving you the boot. Sure, city parking enforcement officials quit using the old boot several years ago because it was too labor-intensive and the boots were heavy. But a new pilot program has released 300 new smart boots out on the streets.
They only have to touch the car one time, where the old boot required us to put it on, come back, take it off.
The reason parking officials only touch your car once is you take the boot off yourself.
The old boot that we had was a 30-pound boot. This is only a 16-pound boot. It's really easy to remove.
With this boot, it's all about the code, well, and the payment. Once you call the 800 number and make your payment plan, you put in the code they give you, and voila, it's that easy. The motorist is then responsible for dropping the boot off. Otherwise, well, you'll get another ticket, another boot, and maybe a charge for theft. The new system could help put more money back into LA coffers since it's easier and quicker for scofflaws to pay up, and it's available 24/7.
The process takes about 5 to 10 minutes to call and pay, and you can actually use a mobile-friendly website or an app to take care of that. So it's very fast.
The one-year pilot program is now limited to a special scofflaw unit, but city workers hope to expand the program and get the smart boot into the hands of parking enforcement workers all over LA. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
Cities like New York and Seattle are also experimenting with smart boot systems. Well, do you think girls can do anything boys can do? Well, this group of girls certainly do, as they geared up for a recent Los Angeles Fire Department girls training camp. Rasha Goel takes us there.
I like to help people, and the job is interesting.
Deja Scorza could be a future LAFD firefighter. She is among the 100 girls attending the 3rd annual LAFD Girls Camp. She's about to get a closer look into what being a firefighter entails.
And we want the next generation of girls who will become women, who will become firefighters, to kind of plant that seed.
We're very excited about this event, and in the past, it's been very successful.
This camp was held at Fire Station number 59 in West LA. The 2-day event gave young women a chance to put their skills to the test.
They work side by side with career firefighters that are already hired and have a job with a department, and they get to learn all about the duties and responsibilities of a firefighter. They learn about climbing ladders and pulling hose. They learn about, we get to teach them CPR and first aid.
And these girls are up for the challenge. It's a career some are already considering.
Just helping people every day, it seems just like a really good way to give back to the community and just like serve other people first before myself.
Helping others and jumping in without any fear, these young women are already preparing for success in whatever they decide to do. I'm Rasha Goel for LA This Week.
Well, we've reported a lot about the city's computer giveaways to families in need. But here's a new strategy in that effort, reaching out to corporations for help. Thousands of new families could benefit. Gil Reyes has more from Pacoima. Gil.
Well, Yana, whether it's giving away old, recycled City of Los Angeles office computers or donating all new ones with the help of corporate sponsors, the point is to deliver as much of the technology as possible to families that don't have it. Today, we're in the community of Pacoima.
Sophia Greer was like a lot of former foster children, with nowhere to live after becoming an adult.
Right out of foster care, I was homeless. I was living in a transitional program for AB12, so it's like you live there till you're 21, and once you're 21, you move to their transitional program.
Greer was lucky. She found Section 8 low-income government housing here at Moonlight Vias Apartments in Pacoima. She's also expected to receive a free Chromebook laptop computer with affordable internet, as low as $18 a month, so she can job search, fill job applications, and so much more. Greer can thank the city and its partners.
So we have 3,000 Section 8 families who are eligible for this program, and then what we're intending to do is, through our nonprofit partner, Human IT, we're going to outreach to all those 3,000 households, give them assistance in locating available low-cost internet options.
The Housing Authority of the City of Los Angeles is one partner, so is Frontier Communications. The company donates some 30 Chromebook laptops to Moonlight Via's tenants in this new city collaboration to bridge the digital divide.
When you work for government, you've got to be creative. You've got to leverage all the different resources out there. So it's not just taking taxpayer money, but it's getting contributions to public-private partnerships. Frontier stepped up in a big way.
Newly elected city council member Monica Rodriguez represents Pacoima and looks forward to even more computer giveaways as chair of the new Information Technology Committee.
You know, I think we're only limited by our imagination, and so I'm looking forward to making sure that we create the kind of collaboratives with our corporate partners to make sure that we fulfill all of the expectations and aspirations in the city of Los Angeles.
Excellent. Just want to tell you, Council.
Vanessa, write that down. We are only limited by our imagination. I will be using that next week. Be assured.
Council President Herb Wesson says he won't be satisfied until every person in the city who needs it has access to computers with Wi-Fi. In Pacoima, I'm Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
Council President Wesson also leads another computer giveaway campaign, Our Cycle, which takes outdated city department office computers and repairs them for families in need. Well, here's one fun event you can do with the whole family. How about a little cardio down by the river? The Amazing Family Fitness Race is part of the mayor's initiative to encourage healthy communities and more activity on the river. Anna Marcos reports.
A family that dances together stays healthy together. That's the idea behind the Amazing Family Fitness Race, a part of the Summer Down by the LA River program, to get more families doing river activities and encourage them to huff and puff their way to health together.
If you can learn to have fun with fitness, then you can make it part of your lifestyle. And we live in an age where obesity is a big issue. And in the city of Los Angeles, we want to make a difference. We want to make healthier communities.
You know, introduces the family to fitness, and it's so much fun to do it as a family.
This fitness challenge has something for everyone. Besides the dance challenge, there is a cardio challenge, a playground challenge, and a strength endurance challenge with this froggy-type squat plank thing. Okay, so you may not conquer the froggy your first time around. It's okay. And if you get too worked up, just head over to the yoga challenge for a calming experience. Oh, but you have to do a plank and a side plank. Or how about just a nice and easy tree pose?
Well, yoga in general has a lot of purposes for focus, mind control, body control, breathing techniques, flexibility, and strength endurance.
There's prizes for the families who finish all the challenges first. Healthy prizes like softballs, frisbees, weights, and bungee cords. You get the idea. If you win, you've got to work out more.
I'm glad we won this race and we are done with it.
She only thinks they're done. Now they're going to have to use those softballs, frisbees, and weights they won. Let's hope the quality family time, the sweaty exercise, and fresh air did these bodies so good
and go
that they'll want to do it again and again and again. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
There were a total of 11 different fitness stations at the event. Over in Council District 9, the musical legacy of Central Avenue lives on, with hopes for an even brighter future along the Strip. Gil Reyes has more from the Central Avenue Jazz Festival.
The Central Avenue Jazz Festival harkens back to a time when sweet sounds emanated from every corner of the block, back when it was the epicenter of West Coast jazz from the 1920s to the 1960s.
My mother actually was a dancer in the Alabama, which was a nightclub in the Dunbar Hotel in 1935. There was the Alabama on this side, there was the Last Word, there was the Mimo, all of these clubs where there was wonderful, wonderful music.
The sounds return for this once-a-year weekend festival. Acts performing on 2 stages and at the historic Dunbar Hotel. Steve Isowardi has written several books about the Dunbar and the area's rich jazz history.
W.B. Du Bois stayed here, Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Billie Holiday. This is a legendary place. And just to be back on the avenue, walking up and down, is a wonderful experience. And to hear music on the avenue again is fabulous.
During its musical heyday, this area was known as Little Harlem. More than 40% of LA's African American population lived within blocks of Central Avenue. Today, the different cultures are evident in the festival's food choices, from soul food to barbecue to Mexican.
It just feels like a neighborhood. I've lived in Los Angeles for most of my life. Never been on the street before today.
I love it. It's
What do
great.
you like the most?
The atmosphere. People are really friendly, and the shopping is great. I got some great deals.
Central Avenue's council member Curran Price says he's focused on fostering new businesses, affordable housing, and of course, fun.
It's a chance to celebrate what's going on in our community and to really appreciate the importance of music. Jazz is an integral part not only of Central Avenue but of this country.
Still bringing people together after all these years. From the Central Avenue Jazz Festival, I'm Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
Councilman Price says his 9th district also has the most potential housing projects in the city, around 500 units worth. He expects many of those units to open soon. Well, local leaders need your help in making LA a more age-friendly city. Nearly 15 acres of land located at Runyon Canyon is now officially protected from development, and a local health fair gets kids ready for school. All these stories in City Beat. As all of us get older, one group in particular will be seeing a dramatic rise in numbers in the LA region. The population of adults aged 65 and above will double between 2010 and 2030. To prepare our region for this dramatic demographic shift, the County and City of Los Angeles launched Purposeful Aging Los Angeles, an initiative that unites public and private resources, ideas, and strategies. The goal is to make LA more age-friendly, and you can help by filling out the PALA survey. Just go to purposefulagingla.com and click on Survey Toolkit. The City of Los Angeles Department of Recreation and Parks, along with Councilmember David Rue and other groups, celebrated the acquisition of the 14.9-acre property located at 2450 Solar Drive in the Hollywood Hills area of Los Angeles, adjacent to Runyon Canyon Park. The acquisition, finalized in March, expands Runyon Canyon Park and permanently protects this parcel from development. Runyon Canyon Park is one of the most beloved parks in Los Angeles and draws nearly 2 million visitors per year. Metro art and radio station KCRW debuted Summer Nights at Union Station, a night filled with live music and entertainment. Folks enjoyed a variety of games, body art, DJs playing music, and of course, plenty of dancing, food, and socializing. The second and final summer night takes place Friday, August 25th. Just in time for school, the Arroyo Vista Family Health Center, with support from Councilmember Gil Cedillo, recently hosted a children's health fair in El Sereno. The fair offered free health screenings, childhood immunizations, school supplies, haircuts, and more.
It just shows the community that we care about their health, that we care about making sure that parents have resources.
Okay, kids, time to hit the books. As the school year opens throughout LA, some kids are getting a little academic boost with free backpack giveaways in the inner city's low-income areas. Ana Marcos has more.
Look at this crowd, wall-to-wall people and their kids lining up for a free back-to-school backpack and other goodies.
Okay, so she says she's been in line since 6 p.m. yesterday.
Wow, these people must really want a backpack. The backpacks are a gift from Spectrum Communications, and they're given out with help from local leaders.
This is an important event because it underscores the importance of education, underscores our commitment to it, and the encouragement we can give to young people to do their best.
We have about 800 backpacks, so we are going to be very close, but we are very excited.
There are hundreds of kids at this giveaway, which is happening at a place called Home, an after-school haven for low-income kids, which helps them with everything from homework to the arts to college preparation.
I've been here for 7 years, and I come every day of the week.
We do a lot of events for the community, gives a lot of opportunities. Like we have music opportunities, art opportunities.
The backpacks come with all the educational goodies you could want: notebooks, pencils, even headphones. Out at Exposition Park, another back-to-school giveaway. So get out those protractors and notebooks. School is back on. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
Spectrum Communications, by the way, was also offering a cheap internet service for low-income families at the event. Well, don't let summer pass you by without seeing an outdoor movie. Enjoy a picnic and live theater at a local park, or unwind and relax as you stroll along the peaceful paths of the Japanese garden. All this in this week's Things to Do. Before summer ends, don't miss your chance to enjoy an outdoor movie. So bring a picnic, blanket, and the whole family to a movie night under the stars, featuring the 2016 version of Disney's The Jungle Book. The screening takes place Saturday, August 26th at 7:30 p.m. at the Victory Vineland Rec Center, located in North Hollywood. Join the fun and entertainment while supporting Tree People's Coldwater Park in the woods and under the stars. Enjoy an eclectic mix of comedy, theater, and music. Pack a picnic dinner and your family for nights of laughs and music by Tree People and the Actors Conservatory Ensemble. Nestled in the rolling hills of Coldwater Canyon Park, this fundraising series showcases acts for the whole family hosted at the Mark Taper Foundation Amphitheater. All the entertainment takes place until September 23rd. For more information, go to treepeople.org/Canyon Nights. In the middle of busy San Fernando Valley lies an oasis, a 6.5-acre garden which features 3 gardens and includes a dry Zen meditation garden. Features include a tortoise island, a 3 Buddha arrangement of stones, and a wisteria arbor across a plover path. Next along the path is an expansive, wet strolling garden with waterfalls, lakes, and streams, abundant greenery, and stone lanterns which were hand-carved by artists in Japan. The garden is located at the Donald C. Tillman Water Reclamation Plant. The garden's purpose was to demonstrate a positive use of reclaimed water. So come take a stroll, relax, and unwind. It's located at 6100 Woodley Avenue in Van Nuys. For more, visit thejapanesegarden.com. And that's a look at some things to do. Well, that's going to do it for this edition. I'm Yana Kane from all of us here at LA This Week. Thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. You can also follow and like us on Facebook. We'll see you back here next week for more of LA This Week.